no sense, but I gotta get it off my chest. There's so much more than where you're from. It's in the fabric of your soul. I just wanna go home, where everybody knows me home, and I make all my memories home. I just wanna go
All right, everybody, come on into the Cajun Cooking Experience. This is Spuddy here, and I'm trying a new dish tonight, and it's spaghetti, crawfish spaghetti. It was a request I got. I love red gravy. All right, Rod. Rod's the one that wanted it. I love red gravy dishes. I've never done it like this with crawfish. So, hell yeah, we're going to give it a try. I'm here waiting for you to do your magic. Oh, hell yeah, Rod. Where you at, Rocky? Better known as Dale. Before we get started, I want to let y'all know, I do Cajun cooking experiences a lot. And I get to see people from all over the world, all over the country. Yesterday, I had something really special. I got the opportunity, I was invited to go to New Hope International Family Worship Center. And a friend of mine, Claudette Oban, she's the pastor. Pastor invited me to go there, and they're having summer Bible school. So it's little, young kids. To see the enthusiasm of them just cooking a jambalaya and watch them come around the table and see how a jambalaya comes together. Gotta realize, everything's, fast food today. It was fun. It was good to see young people, like really young, our next future cooks. It was awesome. And I want to give a shout out to Pastor Obed. It was really, really a good time. New Hope International Family Worship Center. All right, what'd you say, Lucy? All right, Trey, everything good? Hey, Mildred, want to make sure I didn't forget nobody. I know we're going to start off with them onions. Now, kind of give you an idea of the ingredients. I got some bell peppers, a lot of colors here. Got a little bay leaf. My shallot tops, might as well throw them in. What'd you say, Brian? Throw them in with the onions. And I've got the tomato sauce, tomato paste, and chopped tomatoes. And also some shallot tops. And also carrots. I love to put carrots in my red gravies. I love doing that. So let's see where we're going to go. Not only do I have some good, fresh Louisiana crawfish tails with all the fat in it that's in the package, but something I like to do when I make these kind of dishes, especially when I make a biscuit, is have a pound of ground tails in there. There's something about that ground crawfish, loose. I call it loose crawfish in your gravy. I don't know, it just gives it a different taste, like it's richer. So I'm looking forward to this dish. It's something I've never tried before. And of course, there's so many ways to try it. We'll probably make a little light roux with it to help thicken it, but also give it a little body. Give it a little roux. You gotta have something Cajun in it. We're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna make a little small roux. Hey, Julia. Lance, what's happening, brother? It's all good, my brother. All right. We're gonna work them onions down. So, one of the things and all the people that come here and do my Cajun cooking experience, I can tell you right now, something that they really can't get over is how fortunate we are to have so much seafood. Nobody gets what we get. We take for granted for all the seafood that we have, but almost a third of the seafood in the United States is caught right here in Louisiana. So the seafood industry is not only huge for Louisiana as far as people making a living on the fisheries, but the restaurants selling seafood, the tourists that come in, they stay in hotels, they come to places like the Cajun cooking experience. It brings people in from all over the world to eat our great seafood, and that ripple effect is huge. And we never think about that. And that's what makes us so special. All right, we're gonna keep working them onions. Man, I wish I could smell this. Now, I am starting off with olive oil tonight because I like to use olive oil. You have to be careful with it. I like using olive oil with tomato gravy. I see that French bread in the back. Man, y'all know we got that French bread extra long tonight, brother. I figured that red gravy was gonna taste it. And I even got my pasta ready. And my daughter found me a pasta. It's made with quinoa and some other stuff. And I can't even remember all the ingredients. So I've been tasting it. It's pretty darn good. And I love quinoa. So now they're putting quinoa where they can put it in a pasta. Oh, hell yeah. I'm all about that. What's up, Michael? Yeah, I miss you, brother. Whenever you're not here, I miss you, brother. The show's not the same when somebody's not on. All right. Now, of course, I know I have my stock. Now, I could bring a little andouille in here if I want. Or, okay, Lori, or I have a little smoke in this stock. And when I did that mulligan stew last week, instead of bringing andouille in, I bought some turkey necks in here. Y'all, that little hint of smoke in with that mulligan stew, that mulligan stew was off the chain. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was maybe one of the best I've ever cooked. It's not bad for cooking in a 1 hour mulligan stew. It wasn't too bad. Now, of course, the next day, like I told y'all, I had to let it blue. I had to let it really cook slow. But that economic impact of Louisiana seafood is just major. And I know when I had my restaurant open, hey, that seafood business was a huge part, especially in Lent. That was when we made our money. And I was also in the seafood business. It's a hard business, but it's a good business. Okay. Man, gotta give that pot some love and get some sizzle going. Now you see, I'm not cooking with my black iron pot tonight. I don't like cooking red gravy in the black iron pot. I don't know if it's true or not. They say because it's porous, it'll soak into the pores of the pot. I don't know. I've never had that trouble, but I'd rather just cook it in the stainless steel pot. Plus, y'all can see it this here better. You know, according to the Louisiana Ag Center, over 1,600 farmers fish crawfish, and these are stats from a couple of years ago. Okay. To catch 130 to 150 million pounds a year with an economic impact of $172 million. That is huge. And I don't know if they count everything about the tourists coming in, staying in hotels. I don't even know if they count all that, but I'm guessing that's all that's counted in there. That is one huge impact. And that's just from the crawfish industry. And if you go to New Orleans, what a big dish is going to be crawfish etouffee, maybe a little crawfish stew. If you come out here, it's going to be big in crawfish stew. All right. Here, we grab my towel. That pot wants to start moving around. One thing bad about this stainless steel pot, it does move. Got to be careful. Okay, now trying to see what I want to throw in next. I think I'm gonna start putting these carrots in because I want them to get soft by the time this dish is over. And carrots do take a little time. I could eat about 1 million pounds of those crawfish. Go ahead, brother. Oh, what's happening, Janet? Oh yeah, man, I love what I'm making too. Man, this is gonna be some good stuff. Let y'all look inside that pot. My clicker decided it's not working again. Okay, you see that we're starting to get a little color in here. We're starting to get a little flavor. Yes, indeed. And yesterday when I was cooking for the little youngsters and I showed them how we made that little gravy, oh man, they were amazed. You know, I've had a lot of crawfish stew in my days. I have to say I haven't had a crawfish spaghetti. Okay, now it's time to bring the celery in. And one thing about a red gravy, I love to get these vegetables in my red gravy. I can see the flavor. All right, Lucy. Lucy got magical powers. She can see the flavor. Oh, hell yeah. See, when you're from the river parishes, not only you can smell it, you can feel it, and you can see that flavor. Oh yeah, let's just keep cooking down. Now, I have to be careful. Remember I told you I started off with olive oil. I have to be careful. You can also start with this with butter. Butter would be very, very good in this dish. So I told y'all the economic impact of crawfish, but the whole seafood industry, take the whole industry, the industry as a whole. Let's say it's a $2.4 billion impact in Louisiana. That's a big industry. But we know we love our seafood. We gotta have it. All right, we're getting all them sugars out these onions. We want to get them nice and brown. I don't have to go real dark brown tonight, but I'm gonna tell you, the darker I go, the sweeter they get, and it's really good for this red gravy. Now, I figure it's a good time to bring these bell peppers in. Man, look at the color in this pot. I'm gonna take a dive back down in the pot again. See, we're starting to get all colors. Those colors like that, that's nothing but flavor for this red gravy we're gonna make. And you know, I've eaten so many crawfish stews that I don't even care for it anymore. So, Spud man, they kicked the camera off. Hit the wrong button. That's when you're not paying attention. Oh, Donna, what's happening, man? Are fresh crawfish still available? Yes, sir. Yes, they are. They're getting hard. So if you want live crawfish, it's not going to be around much longer. Hey, Virginia, I made some crawfish stuffed jalapenos. Man, I know them things were off the chain. Now, you left the seeds in the jalapeno or you took the seeds out, Michael? If you left the seeds in, you badass. Now, the Homas tribe, the Native Americans, they're the ones that's first credited with eating crawfish. Now, they were eating crawfish for thousands of years. Why? The protein. Crawfish was excellent protein. Gave them energy because they were working hard and they were also fighting hard. So they had to, and they would catch it with a string line, with a piece of deer meat, one crawfish at a time. You read stories of people using crawfish and they'll say, this is all newspaper with recipes. We cook, on the recipe, they'll say, we need 12 crawfish. We need 24 crawfish. Hell, you tell me I need 24 crawfish, I'm not even cooking it. I took the seeds out for my guests. They said I should have left them in. Oh yeah, they're bad then. But the Homer tribe, which is right in that Darrow, Baton Rouge area along the river, something else they did, crawfish was their symbol. They went to battle. They painted that red crawfish on their chest. Why? Because crawfish is fearless. And they wanted to prove that they were fearless in the fight, okay? All right. I got me a lot of vegetation in here. And that's what I like with a red gravy. And because of that Homer's trial, what they're thinking is, this is what is believed, and I think it's true, because it's documented in Baton Rouge, that they would put a red stick up. And the way the stick got red was because whatever they killed, they would stick the head on it or stick whatever it was. But it was the blood. It was the blood from the animals that they killed. And that was their marker. They weren't trying to show off. That red marker was boundaries. And when Iberville came down, better known as Pierre Lemoyne d'Iberville, he came down, he saw the red stick. Kind of like, man, what is this? And of course, he gave it the French name, Le Bâton Rouge, the red stick. Le Bâton Rouge. And if I'm not saying it right, oh, well, I'm close enough. Oh, man. Now, right now, it's a good time if I add some fresh tomatoes, and I do, but all of them went bad. But fresh tomatoes, they're in season. This would have been good to put in here. Fresh off the bush. Oh, man, this thing is looking good. Now, something I'm going to do also, I'm going to put a few sacrifice crawfish in here. And I don't care how much these cook. That's just to give it kind of like a little stock. Give this thing a little flavor. And if they break up, that's even better. I'm introducing the pot to my crawfish that's coming out the wild. All right, Michael. You're welcome, brother. Now, I'm going to bring a little bit of flour in. I got a quarter cup here. I don't even need that much. Maybe half of that. And that's just to kind of thicken up this gravy. That's to help thicken it up. Give it a little heartier flavor. After this flour sticks to the bottom of the pot. And I may need a little bit more. Let me see how it works out. And the only thing bad about this stainless steel pot is I have to hold it. Black iron pot stays on this burner. I'll bring a little bit more in. Okay. And believe me, that's going to help me with my space, my thickness of my gravy after a while. Lynn, what is happening? Let that kind of brown the bottom of this pot. I'll bring y'all into the bottom. And you can see where this is starting to stick a little bit down here. It's nothing but flavor if it's sticking like that. Just keep working it so it don't burn. You don't want it to burn. And I'm also going to bring in some tomato paste now. Okay. I want to fry this tomato paste down a little bit in the bottom of this pot. Then we get ready to bring our stock in. Hey, Kathy Lynn. All right. Yep, there I am. Ooh, I missed my little clicker tonight. All right. Now you got to keep working this thing so it doesn't stick. I just want to fry this tomato paste down a little bit, not much. Okay, here we go with our stock now. Now it's time to put some fire under this thing. And all that flavor at the bottom of this pot getting ready to come up. Now, you know, we all love our crawfish. Let's see, the only thing you're allowed to burn is the towel. That damn towel's always burning, right? So crawfish, they weren't, look, they're very invasive. For a long time, they were just a pain. If you're trying to keep a levee system going, in South Louisiana, they're your worst enemy. Crawfish in the 1700s and 1800s wreaked havoc on our levee system. Remember, the levees weren't as sophisticated as they are now, so crawfish would actually burrow into the levee. Now, that river's high, and you have a crawfish burrowing in there, and that wave action in that river, what it would do, eventually it would blow out. If that water was dirty on the other end and you didn't catch it on the way it was coming out, you wound up with a crevasse. Who knows how many crevasses crawfish actually cause? It's like they make them little holes in the yard, they make them little holes in the levee. Did you get, yes, Mike, I got the seeds in. I didn't put them in the ground yet. I'm waiting to pull my tomatoes, then I'm gonna throw them in. Which is gonna be soon because tomatoes are about shot. So we catch more crawfish than anybody else. That doesn't mean in Louisiana you have more crawfish. There's crawfish in many, many states, but they don't do anything with them. And some states, we have a very invasive type of crawfish. You can't even bring it. Don't bring it to another state. Man, you'll be in big trouble. But if they catch crawfish somewhere, whatever water you catch them in, you can't take them out. You have to kill them on the spot. If you're going to eat them, you're going to bring them home, they have to die where you caught them at. So that crawfish is not going to be any good to cook. And I can tell you them crawfish are pain when you got to cut grass and they start making them hills in the yard. Man, that tears up a lawnmower. So just think what it did with the levee system. All right, just want to get this back to a boil. Then we're going to start bringing out tomatoes, and it was hot Hollywood. Now I got a lot of tomatoes here. I got some tomato sauce. I've got some chopped tomatoes, and I also have a little spicy rotel. All this will go in there. And y'all know I can't waste that little tomato on that spoon. Okay. I'll finish that up later. Start bringing my chopped tomatoes in. Man, I love chopped tomatoes in the dish. And my rotel. Stir that around a little bit. Then we're gonna start bringing in that tomato sauce. And this thing's gonna start getting thick now. That's why I got the next stock on standby to see if I'll have to bring some more in. Now these ground up tails, I'm not gonna bring it to way at the end. And Michael, I'm guessing that those zucchini have to grow on a trellis. Just let me know. Oh man, brother, this is starting to come together. Now I can start bringing my sauce in. Then we're gonna start getting this thing going. Won't all the tomatoes overpower the crawfish? Well, Creep, we're gonna find out, brother. But I don't think so. I think it's just gonna complement each other. But I'm gonna tell you in about a half hour, we're gonna know for sure. You could, but I don't, they're roam free on the ground. Okay. So you can't leave them on the ground. That's what I need to know. Now you know tomato gravy, you just gotta cook long and slow. Since we're gonna be on speed dial tonight, we're not gonna let it go long and slow. We're gonna go quick and easy. Now, crawfish weren't always so popular in the country, in the world. In 1968, some of y'all might remember this representative. His name was Burton Angel. I still remember him when I was a little boy. He was from the Lafayette area. And he promised to build the crawfish industry because it was really kind of like scattered, broken into different pieces, everybody doing their own thing. So what he did, he said, I'm going to build it to 20, 25 million pounds of crawfish because they were only catching 4 to 5 million pounds at the time. And he worked with the University of Lafayette, Southwest Louisiana, And to make a uniform system of promoting and marketing the crawfish and the recipes. So when he did all that, and also make consistent packaging and consistent storage techniques. And with all that being said, and the actual promotion, and the state funded a lot of this through USL with the research and all, the crawfish industry just took off, especially in the 80s when Paul Prudhomme finally made it to New Orleans. Man, when he made it out there, he was from Southwest Louisiana. He brought some good Southwest Louisiana Cajun recipes in New Orleans, and the rest is history. Oh, Bones, looking good. I might have to stop by and pick up some. Oh, you Bones, you welcome me anytime, brother. Just come after lunch. I won't be here in the morning. All right. Now we want to get this thing back to a boil. I watch pot never boils. So we went from 4 to 8 million pounds, 4 or 5 million pounds. The goal to get 20, 25 million pounds. Now we're doing over 172 million, 130 to 150 million pounds a year. And it's still growing. That's huge. So Representative Angel did a great job. Now, with all that being said, we still don't have enough crawfish in Louisiana to supply everybody. 94% of the crawfish are still imported. That means it only leaves us about 12% that are actually local. So if you're going to buy it, you're going to cook it. Look, my generation, when I was coming up, we caught crawfish. We had always had fresh crawfish. We took that for granted. Had a puddle of water, we could catch crawfish. So we know what fresh crawfish are. If you're coming up in the last 20 years, really all that went away because everything became private ponds. Private, where you couldn't go crawfishing anymore. So you really don't know the difference between the fresh Louisiana caught crawfish and the imported crawfish. Believe me, take my word for it, there's a big difference. Support the local fishermen. Because if we don't, one day we won't have any left to support. And right now, shrimp season, and the shrimp is rolling. And there's some good prices out there in shrimp too. Which means if I get some good shrimp, I get some fresh shrimp, we're going to be making a shrimp dish pretty soon. Now, one thing about crawfish, very high in protein. Remember we were talking about the natives, the Native Americans, the Homeless tribe that were eating those crawfish for the protein. They're very high in protein, very low in calories. Now, the crawfish itself is low in calories. What we do with it probably isn't low in calories. You know, we make these etouffees, we make these gravies, we make a stew. We boil these crawfish and put our sausage and potatoes and all that in it. So in that case, well, crawfish might be a little bit fattening, but the crawfish itself is very low in calories and it's low in saturated fat. Also, when you have a diet rich in seafood, man, we always trying to fight battles, but these things they believe help prevent Alzheimer's, strokes, asthma, heart disease, and cancer. All these things. Seafood is a very, very healthy diet. And let me tell you, when you go buy some seafood, don't skimp. Get the best. All right, Dino. Man, this thing is starting to smell good. Now I'm going to start seasoning it because right now, except for my canned goods, I probably don't have a lot of season. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to taste, because these canned goods put out a lot of salt. I want to taste my salt right now before I go any further, because I don't want to get this thing too salty. Now we're starting to come to a boil. And this gravy is going to start thickening now. Oh, Ben, you can smell it from Biloxi. Yes, indeed, brother. All right. Got a strong bite to it, I can tell you. Now we're going to bring in some salt, a little Himalayan salt. I'm going to bring a little bit cayenne in. But do you have a good crawfish chowder recipe? Something I never really made, but I tell you what, I'll try it one day. That's something we really don't eat a lot of out here, is like a crawfish chowder. That's something I've never done. But I promise you one thing, I can cook that sucker. I'll figure it out, Michael. I'm glad you brought that up because I do want to try it. All right, got to bring the sugar in. Boy, look, one thing about the red gravy, we show a lot of loving to our cane farmers. We give them a lot of loving. And y'all know what time it is? It's time to put the thyme in. And a little oregano. I like to bring these little herbs in there. Bring me a little bit of shallot tops. Okay. Let's go take a zoom into the pot now. Hey, Michael, you can be the taste tester anytime, brother. Taste testing is fun, let me tell you. Take my word for it. So now, we're just letting this gravy work. It's going to start thickening up. And one thing about this red gravy, we have to let it cook so it can start getting thicker. Yeah, Michael, stuff like chowders, not going to be real popular South Louisiana. That would be anything south of I-10. But once you cross I-10, you're in northern United States. It's a whole different world, brother. Okay. And I tell you, people don't only come to Louisiana for the food. Food is number one. But one of the main things that bring people from all over the world into Louisiana, because we're friendly. I hear that all the time when people come here. The couple from the UK last week, first thing they said, everybody's so friendly right here. And I asked them what brought them to Louisiana, because the people are friendly. This is where we like to be. And they weren't just going to New Orleans. They stopped here in Vassar, made it to Lafayette, and eventually make it back to New Orleans. Good trip. You never know, you can start a crawfish chowder craze. Hey, one night we go cook it in the show, see if I can get that craze going, Michael. But out here in Vassar, Louisiana, don't bet on it. But I would eat it, and I would cook it. All right. Man, this thing's got some color. And almost forgot my bay leaf. Now, I've got a little bit of bay leaf in the stock. But, you know, I want to put a little bit more in here because that goes really good with red gravy. Oh, Kim, what's happening? The chicken is kicking, brother. Now, I want to start getting the taste of my seasoning. Once it thickens up a little bit, we're going to start bringing these crawfish in. Ooh, it's coming around now. Oh, hell yeah. Let's make the sugarcane farmers a little bit happier. Something that goes real well in here, a little Louisiana hot sauce. Yes, indeed. And what I like about Louisiana hot sauce, when you get some in your fingers, it's not overly hot. What's up, Leonard? Well, let's give the pot a little loving. Okay. And anybody not subscribed to the YouTube channel, Spuddy's Cajun Foods, please do. Go give that little subscription button. That way you'll always know when I go live. Oh, man. Bring a little bit more of these shallot tops in. Now, see, I have my parsley here, but I'll tell you, the ends of the parsley are also in my stock. So I've got that parsley flavor already. So this one's going to give it a little bit more parsley flavor and also some decoration. Could you put on doing Smoked meat in it? Yes, indeed, Don. Now, I did put smoked meat in my stock, some smoked pork bones when I made my stock. So I do have that smoked flavor. But if I want to throw some andouille in, absolutely no problem. In fact, since you asked, what the hell? Doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. You don't want to overpower with smoke. Just a little small hint. I had that on the side in case somebody asked. All right. Oh, Harvey, what's happening, brother? Me and my bride just got back from a road trip to Vicksburg for work. They got decent food there, but they ain't got no sputty food. Harvey, you the man, brother. Ooh, man, I don't have the crawfish in yet. This stuff is coming. It's really coming along. Oh, David. Good to see you, brother. Thank you, man. All right, I'm gonna bring them crawfish in, and also all that crawfish tail flavor. Whenever you're buying seafood in Louisiana, always remember certified Louisiana, certified Cajun. You want to make sure. Let's take a look at that pot. You see, we got a lot of crawfish tails in here. So tonight I'm using a total of 4 pounds of crawfish tails. That's 3 pounds of tails here, and I have 1 pound of tails that's ground up. And I'm gonna bring those ground up tails in now. There they are. That's gonna give us some good flavor right there. This is gonna be huge in the flavor. To me, hey, cuz, what's happening, Sue? To me, when you make a crawfish bisque and you don't put ground tails in it, not the same. I think 2 nights ago, I woke up about 3 in the morning, and in my mind, I started thinking about how I'm gonna cook this. These ground tails kept coming back. They haunted me. Roy, oh, we smelling good. We kicking butt right now. Woo! Might as well introduce them parsley flakes to the pot, huh? Now we got nice thick gravy going in here. There's one thing, you're not gonna be short on crawfish tails. This pot is loaded. And if you're gonna make a dish like this and you're scared to put crawfish tails in it, just don't do it. Because you're not gonna, you're just doing an injustice to your pot. Now we're gonna bring this back to a boil. I'm gonna get a little taste for seasoning now that I put the crawfish tails in, and I'll have to taste it again. I'm not gonna lie to you, I just want to see what it tastes like. Oh, Michael, them spaghetti gonna be happy. And there's my buddy Timmy Beckner. You can tell he's not a professional. He wants to add kitchen bouquet. That's a sign of an amateur. But he's my buddy. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, this thing's really coming around. Bring a little bit more stock in. Now, something I want to add. I've never done this before, but I figure why not? Let's keep it natural. Put a little honey in it. You got a more compact cooking setup since last time? Yes, I do, brother. You know me, David, I'm always trying to improve. And what I really like when I bring somebody on the show, I got a double. There's my mic. I have 2 mics now, so I can mic somebody up, which is really, really nice. These DJ mics are really good. Okay. I'll make sure I got my fire up all the way. Now give them crawfish a little time to cook. Might as well make a toast. And I'm just trying to keep this stuff from drying up on the edge of the pot. What's good about a stainless steel pot, you can see that. Oh, Lord. I think it's time for a little French bread dye. Let's see which end I'm going to use. Okay. Got to break a little bread. And y'all know it's going to be much better tomorrow. And I can't wait to try it tomorrow. Timmy, only for the selected few. But yes, it can be supper tomorrow. But many people in our tribe do not eat red gravy. Ooh. Nothing better than French bread. Nothing better than French bread and red gravy. Okay, let that set a second. Oh, yeah. Man, every bit of seasoning I put in here, you tasting it. I got to try this one more time with this French bread. Even though I got a piece hiding over here. Oh, Lord. Wow. It's time to give it a try on pasta. Now, definitely, I'll have to let this slow cook tomorrow because there's no way you're going to finish a tomato gravy in an hour. So, but what's good about that, it'll set in the cooler tonight. All these flavors are really going to get, like when it cools down, it really sucks up and comes together so that when I rewarm it, it's just intense. Oh. Now I know where y'all wish y'all had some. Man, this looks good. You got see the ground up tails in here? You got the whole tails. A side of potato salad. What's that rolling? Oh, Lord. Crawfish tails have a little bit longer to go, but this stuff is good. And these fancy noodles my daughter bought me, damn good. Ooh. Made out of quinoa and rice. Ooh. Yeah. Got a little pico in it. Probably gonna add one more little touch of sugar, and that's gonna do it. Salt's really good. Good spice. Good flavor. Yeah, this is the crawfish spaghetti. I'm really surprised. It actually come out better than I thought. Stuff is good. So try it. It's an easy dish to cook. You can make it a little bit more brown if you want. If you want to make a little roux before, you can absolutely do that. Thank you, Don. You can definitely do that. You know, put a little roux in it, kind of brown it up a little bit, not as much red. So just do it your way, the way you like it, and this thing will be really good. You can make it like a sauce piquant. It would be really good. But I want to do a pure tomato gravy. One more hit on top of this rice, on the top of these noodles. Man, this is good. Oh, Lord. Woo-hoo. Like Marvin Gaye said, let's get it on. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, Mark. Yeah? That's our crawfish spaghetti. Next week, if I get my stone ground grits, we're going to do some liver and grits next week. If I don't, it'll be the following week. Because I love stone ground grits, and I want to get something that takes a little while to cook to go with that liver. And the way I like to cook my liver, a lot of onions, but I also like to make a gravy with it. So tune in, because I do it a little different than most people. But I'll brown that liver. You know, liver doesn't take long to cook. Take it out, build my gravy, and then bring that liver back in and let it finish cooking. And man, that way, not only do I enjoy it tonight, but there's leftover, I enjoy it the next night also. Okay, thank y'all so much. Need a garlic bread. Hell yeah, Dino. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We'll see y'all next week. And if I don't do the liver, it'll be beef liver, it'll be calf liver, then we'll probably do something like, I don't know, I'll think of something. Good night, God bless y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, cuz. You got to try, Sue.
I don't cry when it rains no